Hey guys, if you're new here and you like what I'm putting out, don't forget to hit that big red subscribe button and turn on all notifications so you never miss an upload. So, it's been a while since I've talked about Zenkaiger, and that's mostly because the episodes that have been airing have been very fillery and I couldn't find anything interesting to talk about them in the reviews. So, I kind of gave Zenkaiger reviews a break on the channel for a little bit, but lo and behold, 5 episodes in, on episode 19, something actually happened on this show, and that is the brand new Battleizer power-up for Zenkaizer in episode 19 of Zenkaiger. So let's talk about it in the review. So with Zenkaiger episode 19, if you took away the whole aspect of Kaido getting a brand new power-up in this episode, this would have been another boring filler episode where just wacky hijinks and funny jokes happen until the day is saved. And that's kind of what this episode felt like until we got to the whole build-up towards the power-up, and that's my main problem with this power-up that Kaido got in Zenkaiger. It was very out of nowhere and just given to him for the sake of giving to him. Yeah, I know there was the whole scene where Setchan, the little parrot thing, went into the underground lab and he found secret notes where he worked with Flint to get the power-up, but they didn't really explain why that power-up's there. They just said it's part of his parents' research, which makes sense because before the whole series started, Kaido's parents had been traveling from different worlds, studying Super Sentai teams and stuff like that. So no doubt about it, they would have made a power-up for Kaido moving forward. Not only that, Flynn, being a pirate, took the blueprints of the Super Zenkaiger power-up and made a Tukai's one that we'll be seeing next week on Zenkaiger. So that should be interesting. So this whole episode, not a whole lot happened, to be honest. I mean, it was wacky hijinks ensued until you got to the main power-up. And that was my main problem. Like, this episode was chock full of gags and not a lot of plot. Now, there's stuff with Stacy going on in the background where he's snooping around the base and he's trying to find out information about Kaido's parents, where you got to see holograms of them and he tried saying different passwords to awaken them. No idea what's going on with that, but we'll probably get answers about it later down the line. Alright, let's talk about the Super Zenkaizer suit that appeared in this episode. I want to say straight off the bat, I love this suit, and seeing it in motion, I love it even more, because it's the whole Zyuranger, Dragon Caesar, or Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Dragon Zord, if you're a Westerner, that homage to that suit, and it looks really cool. It looks really cool seeing it in motion. I just like how they managed to make the fight scenes work with this suit, and I think it looks really cool where it's Zenkaizer being sort of like cosplaying as Dragon Caesar is the best way to put it once you see the suit in motion, because it's got the whole chest piece, the head, it's got the armor. I mean, it's basically a giant Dragon Caesar or Dragon Zord suit in the form of a power-up or a ranger, and it's pretty freaking crazy. I freaking love it. I love the design for it, and seeing the fight scene we got in this episode was a very unique fight scene because it showed off how powerful it was, where projectiles didn't work on it, so he was able to tank it. And not only that, you got to see Kaido swing that big spear around, or the tail spear around, in battle, which was also really cool, and I did get a kick out of that. So I do like the homage they did for this suit in the episode. How he got the power up was kind of lazy and kind of an ass pull, but seeing the suit in motion, I will say, does look really cool. Anyway guys, I think I'm going to bring this mini recap, review, discussion, podcast, whatever you want to call it, to an end, but if I could give this episode a ranking, I'd probably give it a 5 out of 10, because, like I said, there wasn't much to enjoy in this episode apart from the whole power-up. Tukaizer did some cool things, but that's Tukaizer. He's always cool, and when Tukaizer is not on screen, people should be wondering where is Tukaizer. And although Tukaizer did have some good moments, it was kind of the whole show pony showing off, doing his cool stuff here and there. It's kind of getting old, and Tukaizer isn't as cool as when he first appeared. Love the suit, love the character, but the show just loves to make him the center of attention when they can, when all the other Rangers are in big trouble, so they have to give Tukaizer the spotlight. as they do. But I would say I give this episode a 5 out of 10. I mean, the suit was really cool for Zenkaizer, but all the other stuff in between, like the bug catching and the hallucinations, they weren't that funny. That was kind of a lame gag, I will admit that. It was kind of boring. So this episode had some cool fight scenes, the power-up was cool, but everything else was kind of meh. I will be honest about that. Kind of meh. Cool transformation scene, cool power-up, but meh everything else. It wasn't very attention-grabbing, to be honest. But anyway guys, what are your thoughts on this episode? Do you love it? Do you hate it? And what do you think of the brand new power-up that Zenkaizer got in this episode? Tell me in the comment section down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts and I'd love to hear opinions and stuff like that. With that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Special thanks to all the members such as Swagger4 and Andrew McCoyle. If you want to get your name shouted out like Swagger4 and Andrew over here, become a Patreon pledger or a member on the YouTube page, and that way you can have your name in the credits of every video shouted out. Helps me out with the channel a lot, helps keeps the lights on here and stuff like that. You don't have to become a member if you don't want to, but it's much appreciated if you can. With that said, I'm going to bring this video to a close. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, take care, bye bye.